Hey, what's up, guys? Chris Stolle here for the inaugural What's in My Head. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're checking this out and fully interested into it, as hopefully you will be. First and foremost, let's go ahead and hide the really bad hair day today. The reason for What's in My Head. This may be a limited series. Just quite honestly, as of last Friday, I have been put on furlough because of the coronavirus going on in the world. And my job, unfortunately, has shut down until future time. I am already going stir crazy. Now, I could be doing breaking the fourth wall. As you can tell, my voice is a little better. But I decided I would do kind of a podcast that's meant to be more of like a video journal or audio journal if you're listening to this on our audio files. But I figured I would do a daily journal, just random thoughts that go through my head, because I'm trapped by myself, and all I have is my head, and of course I'm doing edits and I'm doing the video game Let's Plays, and, I'm doing the stuff that Realm of the Mist always does, but I want to make sure I give content to you. And basically this podcast is intended for me to discuss things directly with you guys. This first one obviously is a pre-record, but I think every future one I'm going to release on Twitch live, so that way you guys could talk to me. And we could just discuss things, whatever we're talking about, whatever we're thinking about in our heads, If this series is a success, it might survive the quarantine, but for now, it's intended for just giving me and you guys hopefully something to do and something to listen to and something to talk about. And right now, I'm just. I guess to start off this inaugural episode is I'm thinking about Realm of the Mist right now. A lot of things have been going on. A lot of things have been shuffling around with Realm of the Mist over the past 4 years, actually. And again, I find myself in that position. I lost a lot of great friends and talent in Realm of the Mist over the years. Starting with the people I started with, with just breaking the fourth wall. And it's even been as recent as losing people like Ray Rumsey and Mark Tolley and not only the shows that we lost, but the people we lost in it. And it has me sitting here wondering not only how are they doing, like my buddy Brian from Star Wars Canon Podcast. I know he's still doing his podcast and everything, but he and I did not split on happy terms. And because of which, I've never been able to set that right. And of course, I'm concerned about him. And of course, the last time I talked to him, he was expecting his first child. I'm sure that child's born now. So of course, I'm thinking about him and his family and of course, I'm thinking about Ray and his kids and his wife, and I'm thinking about Mark and his kid and his wife. And, even though they're not with Realm of the Mist anymore, most of them I've parted on good terms. So it may seem like I'm targeting Brian mainly, but I guess in a sense I kind of am, because of the fact that Brian was somebody I considered very, very close to me. And when he and I separated, and not only separated, but separated on not good terms, it breaks my heart to this day. I miss my friend. I miss the conversations we used to have. I miss the laughs that we used to constantly have. I mean, you can go on to, the first episode of After Hours, Fuck the FCC, and you can see that. Or just go to, any previous Breaking the Fourth Wall before it became an interview show, or Realm of the Mist podcast, or War of the Stars archived. Brian was a great dude, and it absolutely sucks that I lost that friend. And just because I lost him does not mean I don't care about him and his family, so of course I sit here wondering if they're okay, how they're doing, if he still has a job himself. or if that's been shut down due to the coronavirus and all. Is he still podcasting? I haven't checked. I probably should, but I always it was kind of a weird situation. If I check, it almost feels like I'm, what's the word I'm looking for? Spying on him. And I don't want him to have that impression, especially if I ever get the opportunity to actually sit down with him and maybe put this heat between us to bed. Will he ever come back to Realm of the Mist? Probably not. Will Mark or Ray probably come back to Realm of the Mist? Probably not. And that's saddening to me, because part of what made me enjoy doing this was the fact that I got to hang out with my friends and have a good time. So it does break my heart that I don't have that avenue anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. I am absolutely thrilled with the talent and new friendships and relationships that I've made here at Realm of the Mist in this current incarnation. Of course, I miss people like Venus, who before the coronavirus had gone on hiatus because of having a new child, and of course getting her life in order with that madness going on. So, for people like her, of course, I miss her, but I know she's coming back eventually. Christian Stolle, again, she's got the door open, but she's been working on her new book. And quite honestly, I mean, with Breaking the Fourth Wall and Realm of the Mist Entertainment joining forces with SJ Network, we've been busy. I mean, we've been busy with interviews. We've been busy with constant meetings and conference calls, and to the point that they get annoying sometimes. Not the interviews. The interviews are great, but just the behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes it gets a little annoying. I'm not going to go into further detail on that. Just, sometimes it's like I like to step away from my phone and, just concentrate on what's going on. Like, I'm intending to use this opportunity, and I am looking at the coronavirus as an opportunity. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to be able to really vamp Realm of the Mist a little better, try to promote it a little more. Maybe in different avenues, search for different avenues to do it. But, I am looking at it as more of an opportunity than a tragedy. I have to. I'm a person, understand, I work outside. I work outdoors. I'm a fence installer, which is construction, contracting, whatever you want to call it, by trade, when I'm not doing this stuff. So I'm getting cabin fever already. I've only been in a couple days, so and my boss was one of those people who's like, I'm not closing until they close us down, until they force us to close. Well, yeah, they forced him to close. So now I've just filed for unemployment. I have to, sit on that and collect that until we can return to work. That could be tomorrow. That could be 2 weeks from now. That could be 2 months from now. I don't know. And I don't know. It's just, it's a weird time. It's a weird time. And I promise not every episode's going to be like this, where it's a little more sporadic and off the cuff and in my head. Although that's the title of the show. But right now, that's what's going through my mind. Is I'm just thinking about things and wondering, is this the right avenue? Is this the right place? Is this the right deal? Are these the right people to work with? Is this the right person to interview? Am I broadcasting these on the right platform? Is it reaching ears? Is it reaching ears that I want to have reached? All of these things are going through my head. And of course, your typical podcasters and broadcasters and content creators out there, you know what I'm talking about. When you deal with things like YouTube and their constant algorithm changes and their constant terms of service changes, and that throws you off. And then social medias. I've gotten hit on social medias for using, case in point, like the intro you heard for this show. I wouldn't be surprised if I get a copyright strike on a song that I own. That's mine. Yeah. The song's entitled Split Personality by Disillusioned Purity. It's an instrumental song. My old band from 12 years ago and I wrote that song. So it's free use for me to use, So, just those types of things have been, we deal with on a regular basis. If I say something in one of these videos that doesn't gel with their perceived moralities or political points of view, I could be demonetized, lose sponsorships on Anchor, and all that. These are things that normal podcasters deal with on a regular basis, and content creators deal on a regular basis. But now I'm dealing with that even more so because I'm stuck in the house, in my head, thinking about this stuff, and especially with wanting to do better. Not just for me. I mean, I could easily just do Breaking the Fourth Wall. I could easily just do After Hours. I could easily just do this. And it only affects me. But I run a company that has attached itself to many different content creators, many different shows, many different avenues that they're all counting on me to be able to grow their product along with my own. And, that is something I definitely want to do for each and every one of them. And it's hard because sometimes it does make me second guess, am I making the right choices? Am I going down the right avenues? Am I creating the right content? Am I getting that content out into the right ears and the right platforms and to the right people? Am I interviewing the right people? Do you people even care? Do my listeners even care about who I'm talking to, or the subject matters that we're talking about? And it's funny because I'm driving myself nuts with this type of stuff, and I do that on a regular basis anyway. But I'm especially doing it now because of the coronavirus and being locked in. But what's ironic about it is I'm choosing to think about this stuff rather than thinking about things that are not in my control in any way, shape, or form, such as, my children or my mother out in Colorado or whatever, things that I can't immediately handle at the moment. I could sit there and wonder and worry, and I do, but I could sit there, wonder and worry over and over and over again until I'm blue in the face and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I can make a phone call, and I do, but the phone call's not physically there. I can't show up to my mother's front door with groceries and toilet paper or whatever, I can't show up at my kid's place, although they have a mother and the guy my mother's with and all. So I know they're all right. Plus, I saw them this weekend. But I can't go check on them every day. And those things would probably screw me up worse than sitting here right now worrying about this stuff. And of course, I can't work on the music because, as you hear in my voice, I'm not exactly 100%. So as I'm not 100% yet, I can't expect to sing. And that's what I got to work on for the album. So the album's kind of on hiatus as well. Musically, it's done. The music's ready. The problem is that I've still got to record the vocals and then do the master mix down. So, I'm at a point where I need my voice, and my voice is not 100% yet. So, here I am, and what I'm doing. So, to heal my voice, the obvious choice is, let's talk to people. Let's just talk, and that's what In My Head is about. It's just the random musings and random thoughts that go through my head on a daily basis. I'm going to be releasing these every day to you guys as I said, it's kind of a video journal, a diary, if you will, or audio, if you're listening on the audio platforms, uh, of just things I'm thinking about and stuff, and I'm hoping to connect to you guys with them in a way that is like you get it. You're going through it too. Whether you're a content creator and it's like, yeah, I get the frustration he's going through, or maybe you connect in the fact of like right now you're kind of thinking of a friend that you're no longer associated with, but you're concerned for them. Maybe that connects. The point is that I'm hoping that what's going through my head will connect with you guys as well. And maybe you'll share your stories with me. I'll invite you on here. I mean, I'll set up the Skype account for you guys to contact me if you want to do a show. And we could just sit down and talk. You don't have to be on camera. I'll be on camera. But we could just sit down and talk and hash it out. Or the very simple things, leave a comment. Tell me what's going through your mind, how you've been passing time. I mean, it's not like we're in complete and total lockdown. I can go outside, and I do. Not today. It's raining here in Philadelphia. But I mean, like, I could go take a walk, or I could take a trip over to the local convenience store, which for the East Coasters, that it's Wawa. And grab a coffee or something like that. So I mean, it's not like we're prisoned, for lack of a better term here. But it's still enough that like I know I can't just go walk around the mall. Or, as I explained to my girl earlier, normally I'm at work, and bitching about the fact that I'd rather be home asleep. But now I'm already bitching about I don't want to be home asleep. I want to be at work. I want to be making money. Because one of the major things that's bothering me, as you could pretty much guess, I'm a single father. I'm a divorced father, and I pay child support. And with not working right now, thanks to this virus, and I know there's going to be some form of forgiveness and everything, but I don't want to be falling into arrears. I don't want this to wind up biting me in the ass later because can't pay child support because I'm not working. These things concern me. They very much concern me. And the reason they concern me is because I don't know what the future holds. And again, I know that, me not paying child support right now because of no income, no job. It's not going to hurt the children because I know they're taken care of. I know they got money. I know they got food. I know they got clothing. I know they got a roof over their head. So it's not like me not paying is jeopardizing their safety. It unfortunately winds up being more of a selfish thought than anything else. And that selfish thought is the fact that me not paying, even though it's beyond my control, is it going to wind up having me going back to court and having to explain why, even though they should know why, since they were the one, the city, municipalities, whatever, were the ones that shut me down, explain why I didn't continue to pay. Like, Philadelphia court systems are very weird like that. They would probably think I should have some sort of nest egg and be paying out of that. Problem is, you take 2/3 of my paycheck. What nest egg am I supposed to have? I'm not trying to bitch about anything here. I'm just stating, their system is weird, and because their system is weird, it makes me concerned even more so that the longer this goes on, the deeper in the hole I could wind up becoming, and the deeper in the hole I wind up becoming, the more dangerous the situation comes as far as legal repercussions, or could be legal repercussions, depending on how they decide to handle this after everything becomes squared away and life returns to normal. Excuse me. So, I mean, these are things that worry me, and keep me up at night. And which I guess is a good thing for you guys, because then I go on Twitch and I wind up broadcasting gameplays like Doom Eternal. But these are the things that are bothering me, and I'd love to hear your guys' comments on it, good or bad. Maybe your comment will be very simply, Chris, shut the fuck up. You're being a baby about things. Or maybe your comment will be, wow, dude, I get it, because I'm there too. I've been thinking about that type of stuff too. I want to hear all those comments, and I want to hear your thoughts and your concerns and your prayers. Hell, if you want to just go ahead and leave a comment saying, hey, world, I love you, be safe. Please, by all means, do so. I would love to see it. In fact, I will heart those especially. Because of the fact that, I think the world needs more of that. I think we need more of people just being concerned for one another and reaching out to one another. And hopefully this will be a catalyst to do that with. But that's pretty much what's in my head at the moment, what's on my mind. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did in any capacity, hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other great podcasts of Realm of the Mist Entertainment, because, yes, Realm of the Mist is still running. We are still going to be doing our shows. I know the sock drawer took a week off due to the coronavirus issue. So there was no episode this week, but I mean, in your head, in a city like yours, just released an episode yesterday. Breaking the Fourth Wall, we'll be doing an interview at some point this week. I haven't totally set one up yet, but we'll have one. And of course, other great shows we'll be releasing as well. So you don't have to worry there. We will always put out content. And of course, go over to our sister channel, Sounds Dicey Gaming, for the video game Let's Plays, as well as tabletop content that we had done. Hopefully we'll get that up and running again at some point. I still need a DM, so if you're a Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master and you would love to pick up where we left off and all, give us a contact. Down in the description below, you'll find the email address. Go ahead and email us and let us know you're interested. I'll talk to you. It's open, man. I'd love to get that game back up and running. So, I mean, plenty of stuff there. And of course, if you're listening to us on the audio platforms, you can find Realm of the Mist Entertainment wherever quality podcasts can be heard, like Anchor, iTunes, Pandora, Spotify. Insert platform here, you'll find us. Just look up Realm of the Mist Entertainment. Guys, thank you very much for indulging me on this, and I will see you tomorrow with another What's. Good night.
I feel the way she comes, the pain easing down her leg. When will I breathe no more? Can I close my eyes? Do I have to beg?